Welcome to our after show. We have just done an interview with Ciara Bloom in the amazing location on the beachfront of California. Was it California?
It was. Oh, I missed this in the real show, so. There we go.
Yes.
Feels official when you do that.
Feels good. What?
Feels official when you have a little intro.
It does indeed. Yeah. We're doing the after show. If you want to chat with us about anything and everything, please do it right now. Get your questions in, get your chat in. We're here to answer your questions, to chat with you, to enjoy a Friday drink with you. Because welcome to Friday. You made it to the weekend, everybody. Well done for doing that. So it was a good show, Chris.
Ooh, yes, it was. And Halo says, "Ooh, am I here?
Ooh, am I here?
I'm pretty sure you are."
Yeah, I guess you were here.
Yeah, absolute pleasure to have you, Halo. And I was being a bit stalkerish before the show. I was looking at Halo's Substack, and yeah, Bloodhorn, Chris. Do you remember that? Yes.
Yes.
We created the challenge.
Yeah.
And Halo has literally ran away with it on Substack. And
I know. I slacked on this big time.
Bloodhorn, multiple. Yeah. Where are your Substack chapters?
Well, the problem was, it went from the dragon story into a full-on novel, historical novel, fiction, fantasy story that now I really want to write properly. Other things are in the way of that, but I started writing it, and because it is historical fantasy fiction, there's a lot more difficulties to it, and blurring the lines between reality and historical facts is what's made it really difficult for me. So there is definitely a story I am going to write and represent Wales and the historical myths of Wales.
Nice.
But yeah, it's on the back burner. So well done, Halo, for doing that. But I am very far behind on that challenge. So sorry about that.
Yeah, Halo's not only doing that, she's got another one on there.
Yeah.
Called Chrome.
Chrome or Crumb?
Chrome.
Correct me.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Halo, but I think it's Chrome. And yeah, she's got multiple chapters out of that as well. So she's not only doing Bloodhorn, which, as she says, which sounds rather promiscuous.
Yes, it does.
It was definitely super hard for her to write. And yeah, she's done a great job. Multiple chapters on there. And Chrome is on there as well, which is another serial novel that she's using, The Ballad of Cage and Smoke. And you've got lovely little image there.
Oh, nice. That is cool.
Halo does Substack really well. She's one of, I mean, she's always been a super uber professional, but yeah, she's great on there. I just put a little thing out on Substack because I joined it today, and I wrote this whilst you were away. But I've seen all these "Hey Substack" things. Hey Substack,
all over the place. Yeah.
So I did one. I said, "Hey Substack, I want to connect with people whose inner monologue reads like a Badowski poem. Those people are the best writers, period." And yeah, that was inspired by me obviously reading this last time around. And you absolutely,
I remember that.
And Halo says, "Far too kind. I have no idea what I'm doing." She definitely does know what she's doing. Halo is the go-to. She's the goat of all things professional. So if you want your book to look professional, your website to look professional, your emails, even your shopping list to look professional, then Halo is the person that you need to go and study.
What I would like to ask, Halo, is that I did this with my Words to 11 book. I released chapter after chapter on Substack. But I want to know how it's worked for you, because you do this a lot. So how is the process of releasing your material, your work, your novels, chapter by chapter on Substack? How has that worked for you? And is it something other people should look into? I want to know that from your perspective, because you definitely do things a lot more professionally than I do. So yeah, let us know, please.
Yeah, Halo is the master of all things.
She's the master. Hello, if you're watching this on TikTok, I can see a few people are. So hello, welcome to the show, the after show, post our interview with Ciara Bloom. Yeah, get in touch. Let us know what's going on. How's your week been? Any questions? Send them our way. And we're here to enjoy a Friday evening beverage after the show with an after show.
Yes, and we've been sent some proof, which I'm going to promote on TikTok because we've not done this before, but we've been given loads. So this one is the first proof that I'm going to hold up. So all these people, by the way, are coming on the show at some point. So this is from RS Mold, and it's the Fury of Kings, and it's book 1 of the Erland saga. So that's book 1, and yeah. I mean, do I read a page of it, or maybe later? But another one from RS Mold, The Assassin's Shadow. Fantastic book from Second Sky. And Second Sky, brilliant company. If you're looking at publishing your own book or you're in that stage, have a little look at Second Sky, especially if it's in the fantasy realm, because they are some of the go-tos for publishing books in fantasy. Staying on Second Sky, we've got Alexis L. Menard. And again, it is all about step into a city of desire and betrayal, where the only way to survive is to marry your sworn rival. And we were given a warning when we were sent these books that some of them are very raunchy. I think this is one of them that's a raunchy one. The next one is definitely raunchy, but I think this is up there as well. So this one, and again, these authors, so Alexis is booked in, RS Mold is booked in, and Catherine Ann Kingsley is booked in, and she wrote The Serpent's Bride, and this is the dark romance, the dark vampire-y romance. And she said, I'd love to come on the show, can't wait to chat to you. Just bear in mind, my books are very raunchy. And we were like, yeah, sounds good, sounds fun. So, step into the deadly house of Nostradam, where vengeance wears a wedding veil and love bites hard. There is a hard on the back there as well. So, if you're into your vampire romance, which one of my friends definitely is, and I sent a picture of this to her, and I was like, you need to read this book. Sounds like it's up your street. Yeah. So I'm going to read that. It will be my first dark romance, dark vampire romance, and I'll screenshot it and send pictures to Agate whilst I'm reading it, especially the raunchy bits.
Could you cover up the book and show us that other book that you did earlier without giving the name away? Because next week, as early as next week, we are having a guest on who is realistically one of my absolute idols in the world of television and history. So this person is kind of booked in. We don't know where we're going to pre-record this or if we can get it live, but we cannot wait to interview this guest. And that book there was sent to us. It arrived today, and I've already started reading it. It's in the world of Viking. Sorry, not Viking, but what's the word I'm looking for? Saxon times in England. So Wessex and King Alfred and things like that. So right up my street. I loved Vikings. I loved the Last Kingdom series. And this touches on it from the English perspective. And yeah, I cannot wait to get into it. And I cannot wait to interview this guest. So it's a big one for us, or for me.
Especially. Yeah, inside it says free proof copy, not for sale. This is an uncorrected book proof that's been made available. And yeah, as you can see, I've not given it away who it is yet, but that's the back of the book. So there's nothing on there. It doesn't even have a blurb.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's not out. I think they said September it comes out. Yeah, this person, I was looking, which is soon, but they're coming on the show a little bit earlier than that. And yeah, I was looking at this person online today with some videos and clips that they've been in. And again, we briefly touched on poetry, and there's a poem by this person, and it is officially classed as a poem. It's in an anthology. I think it was accepted into a national poetry sort of collection. And yeah, it's a very memorable reading of the poem. I'm trying not to give too much away, but also give some clues. He is a very famous, much beloved member of British comedy royalty.
Yeah. Have you still got the piece of paper that came with that book? Is that handy to you right now?
It's not handy to me right now.
Because it quite literally said he is one of the most famous people in Britain in regards to what the stuff he's done. And I agree completely.
Yeah, and he is the second Sir that we've got on the show.
Yeah.
We had Sir Ian Rankin, and now we've got a different Sir coming on, officially a Sir. So yeah, it's exciting times. And it is this time, next week it'll be done. The interview is between 4 and 5 next week. It might be live, it might not. We're not too sure on the publication elements of that yet, but he's coming on, and it's exciting.
Sorry about that. 1 second. Mike says on TikTok there's no sound, and I can see why. Because there is no. 1 second, Mike. Stay there. Go on, Chris. Keep chatting. Sorry, mate.
I'm just going to put sorry, Mike. Sound on way.
My microphone is not connected.
I've just realised he's not going to be able to read that because it's not backwards. I should have written it.
I think you might be able to hear us now. Mike, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Mike? You should be able to.
Yeah.
Mike, check. Quite literally.
Quite literally. But yeah, this guest that's coming on is really exciting. He's the second Sir that we've had, and Halo says, "Ooh." Yeah, definitely. And Halo also, to your question, lots of upfront work, then it's automatic.
Automatic. I don't really know what that means. Does that mean?
So she said, I write everything in a manic chunk, then I release it in the schedule, which works really well if you're busy.
Okay.
So gets the whole manuscript and then drip feeds it out, which is a great idea.
So is the idea of that, because what I did was drip it out there, but then got the feedback and stuff. So almost utilized it as beta readers, and then rewrote it finally and released it self-published. So is that your plan as well? Is it using that as a stepping stone to the published level of the book? Or is it just kind of you releasing chapter by chapter on Substack and that's kind of the end result?
Uncle Ross says, we are here. Yeah, I think Substack, using it that way, is a good idea. That's my plan. I want to use it for motivation because I've literally not written anything in months. And when I was on Substack the first time around, I was finding myself writing quite a lot and going, "Ooh, some people read that last one, so I'm going to send the next bit out." So that's why I've come back to it, and I want to try and get into the habit of writing a little bit more.
Yeah, because one of the special things about Substack that we identified before, and this was down to one of the interviews we had, someone said to us about putting all your eggs in one basket in terms of social media, right? And we didn't really understand that until it hit us in the arse, because we put all our eggs in the basket of Twitter, which is now X. And since it went X, a lot of people left. Now, when you've built over 5 years, your reader, your follower, your writer following, all of that good stuff, and suddenly that platform has a bit of a stumble and people disperse, you've lost them. Yeah, Mike says toxic Twitter. Absolutely. So what we did is then move to Substack kind of primarily with all our posts. We do writing articles. We do the show reviews, sort of information with book links and everything. But that has a subscriber list, email list to it. So if we lose Substack, we've still got all the email addresses that we can use through a different platform to contact our followers. So as an author, that's something you really need to look into. because you never know what's going to happen with the social media sort of sites that you do use. So I think that's great advice that we've stumbled on.
And we're across all platforms right now. So we're on Facebook, YouTube, X, and TikTok. And Ross says, we are here. And then Annie says, hey, Ross, I'm on this platform since can't figure out TikTok. Yeah, it is a complicated machine. That's why Chris is on that side, the TikTok side. And I'm on this side. And then Halo says, oh, I found you here too. Ross, I'm lost. Are any of us going to talk about Hooli going full Rasputin? And then, yeah, it's hey, Halo, hey, Anya. And yeah, hello to everyone.
Hey, you're more than welcome, Mr. Hooli, to send an invite to those people. Put it in the chat group.
Oh, Uncle Ross. It's not just a bit, definitely. Yeah, I'm going Rasputin. Sans love machine. Brilliant.
Yeah, what I was saying was you're more than welcome to click that invite and send it into Twitter and see if they want to join us on the live.
Yeah,
it's not normally live, but if they're up for it.
If anyone wants to join, feel free. I've got another book here that we were sent.
You will have to send them the link, though.
Yeah, will do. If people say in the chat if they're up for popping in, then yeah, let me know and I'll send you a link. So this is Heap Earth Upon It by Chloe Michelle Howarth, and this is a creepy story of sibling rivalry and dangerous obsession. So yeah, all these authors that you've seen today, in terms of the proofs that we've been sent, they're all coming on the show in the future. Brilliant. Sorry, would Rasputin's superhuman abilities? It took quite a few times to actually kill him. maybe. Brilliant. But yeah.
Mike says, I have Substack, not really sure how it works. Well, Substack, you can post your notes like a social media platform, but what you can utilize really, really well is the article kind of platform it gives you. And if you're writing articles on there, people can subscribe and chat to you and reply, whatever the case may be. But it's really good for that. So we post all our shows on there, but what we see more of is interaction with posts and articles that we do about writing tips or about shows that have had writing tips specifically in them, and just advice. So people are there for consumption of articles that will help them. So if you are in that line of that kind of writing, great. But also as an author, you can just kind of build your author profile there, releasing snippets of your work and stuff like that, and that kind of builds up really well.
And Ross agrees with what we said before. Halo's Substack is incredible. So as Agate is saying there, a lot of authors, they'll post their work on Substack. They will, it might be a chapter a week, it might be a chapter a day, depending on how much they've done. And yeah, it's a really good way of building a readership and a following for your work as well. The first time around that I was on it, I absolutely loved it. There's an awful lot of... My best advice, I suppose, would be just keep writing your own thing and just putting it out there. Don't become obsessed with people liking it, people sharing it, all that type of stuff will come, but you just need to keep posting. Write it as though nobody's going to read it, and don't be expecting thousands of people or whatever to like it first time around, because the thing about Substack is it just constantly generates. So you might get a day where a couple of people have read it, or instantly 10 people read it, and you do build up your subscribers list. And I didn't realize the first time I went on it that every time you post, you can send it directly to the people's email. And I was like, the first time I was doing that, I was like, I don't know if I want to notify them that I've written this thing. Like, I'll just post it without them being notified. Because you just get inundated with people's emails. But you can follow loads of people, but when you subscribe, your email inbox will be inundated with those people. So again, I think my advice is follow as many people as you want, but only subscribe to the ones you actually want. Sorry, mate, am I boring?
I'm so sorry. I tried to suppress that as hard as I could. It wasn't happening.
Didn't try very hard, mate.
I did. Involuntary spasm of yawn happened.
Ross says, yeah, notes are good on Substack, but it's Twitter-esque. It can be a decent following if you're actually writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ross says, how dare, well, Halo says, how dare you with me? I'm sorry. Ross is a boss on Substack. Very entertaining. Great bleach and shovel tips. Some aquatic tidbits. Nice.
What I'd like you to do is send some really funny sentences in for Chris or myself to try and read, just based off what you've already written. It's quite funny.
Nice. I like to think of the emails as gently caressing strangers as they sleep. Yeah, it does feel weird. It feels more personal for some reason. When you get someone's email address and it's like, do you want to notify them that you are posting this thing? I don't know. It just feels a little bit strange to me in terms of like, well, actually, it feels a little bit like shouting. Oh, I wrote this thing. So I don't know. Now I'm clicking the button off, so it's not necessarily notifying people email wise.
But isn't that the whole point of being an author, that you do need to share that stuff? Because if you are, as a lot of authors are, quite shy in that respect, if you are too shy to share your work, surely it's counterproductive, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. Some of the comments here. So Halo's laughing, and then brain fond. Good. And then Ross says, no, it sends your whole post. Really, it's not a notification.
Quite correct.
Yeah, some of these comments.
Someone's groping my kidneys. I can tell you, it's aching like hell.
Yeah, I think so. We've got bad backs at the minute in the same place. We talked about that after the show. We were both like, oh. Hey, is your back good?
Chris kidney issues. It's a thing. All Chris's right now have bad left backs. Imagine if that was an actual thing.
Yeah, it could be.
Every Chris in the world suddenly had a bad lower left back.
Bad lower left back. Maybe it's like, I mean, that idea tonight, what she said about the gin place and the she meant gin bar as like when she first said it, I imagined
like a gin bar. No.
I imagine a lot of people drinking alcohol, but it was the gin as in like, is it like a spiritual thing?
Gin is a genie, Chris.
Oh, gin is a genie. Right.
Yeah, not the gin bar. They weren't just having a like piss up.
Yeah, that's what I originally thought, and then I did realize it was.
No, a gin is like a form of a genie.
Nice. But yeah, she was a good guest. I was interested in the supernatural element when she said, because I said it in passing before we started, in terms of like, have you ever had a supernatural encounter? I don't say that to all the guests, but she did mention it.
No, she mentioned it because we talked about the podcast and you came on and I said, oh, she had this travel spooky thing. And then you started talking about it.
That's true.
There's a dot on my screen, like something on it, and it's right on your forehead, between your eyes. It's not on the screen. It's physically on the screen.
Yeah. So again, this Rasputin element. He had a bad back, and then
did he now?
Rasputin barely bathed, but Hooli does the cold water plunge thing, which he does do. And Hooli, now that he's got the beard, he has to shower twice a day.
What?
Yeah, because you don't realize how sticky a beard can get.
You don't just shower twice a day because of your beard?
Yeah, I do.
No.
Yeah, I do.
But then you don't get all the flavors of the food and the sweat in your beard.
No, can't stand that. I like the way the beard is growing, and I'm like, I've seen a few people online with like massive beards, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try and get to that because this is the longest it's ever been. And I've got a little beard grooming kit and stuff like that. And I've got beeswax. But yeah, you don't realize the level of like, I don't know,
care and attention. Yeah. Have you ever seen Beard Meets Food, The guy
Yeah,
on YouTube. He's brilliant, isn't he? But he incredible food challenges. You look at him and think he's never going to put that away, and he does. But then he has all the food stuck in his beard. And he doesn't care.
No, I don't know how he does that, because I've eaten a few things recently. Like, I'll take a bite of a sandwich and the hair will just creep in with the bite of the sandwich. And I'm like, oh, I'm chewing on my own beard. And that's why I have to shower multiple times, because you got to condition the beard and just get all that head and shoulders type stuff in there.
I'm aware. I used to have a sizable beard, but I have thick, dark, curly hair beard. And then I was waved at by a, I better not say because it might offend someone, but someone thought I was of a different faith because of my beard. So I was like, okay, this is a bit weird. So I don't have the long straight hairs of a beard that Chris Hooley does.
Yeah, my plan next year is to go to Harrogate and my beard be so big that I can just like, don't know,
put a bobble in it.
Maybe not a bobble. Do you remember that guy that we saw that I said he looks like a character from American Gods? And he had an amazing beard.
No, you
do. We sat with him for ages, and he was and we were trying to get away in the end.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Like, how can I forget?
Exactly. How could you forget? Like, he had a bald head, massive beard, tattoos and everything, and like he was really like charismatic, and I was drawn to him at first. And then when I sat down, I realized he was a bit older and he was repeating himself a lot.
Oh, he had a few beers.
Yeah. But yeah, that was he was a great guy, and he had a great beard, and that's, I think, where I was going with it.
Well, we've said there's a few directions you can go with your current status. Is the main one that I think would be, just go for it, would be a big beard, and then Viking plait your hair and shave the sides off. Go for it.
I don't know if I could do the plait. That would annoy me. Ross said, is it a beard, or did your microphone cover just attach itself to your face in symbiotic audio? Yeah, maybe that's possible. A beard, bidet. What's that?
Bidet. I will just say, I might have to turn off Twitter. It came up saying that it's like restricted for repetitive sort of thing.
Repetitive?
Yeah, it's like you're doing the same show you did last week.
Well, that's the whole idea. And obviously it's different stuff.
No, but I don't know how to tell that to shut up.
You need to send some strong words to Musk. This is because Elon Musk can't grow a beard.
He doesn't own TikTok. That's what I meant. TikTok, not Twitter. Sorry.
Oh, TikTok. Someone's reported us for being repetitive.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Elon. I'll take that back. You can grow a mustache. Halo says, is it harder to grow a mustache or a beard? What do you think, Agate?
Beard. Because a lot of people very thin in the cheek area.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah.
Same depth beard or tash. Do you know what I will say? I've had a beard of a shorter length than this before, and one of the best things is when you shave it off and you get to experiment with all the potential beard.
When you shave, you get to see all your double chin reappear, and then you feel horrible.
That's true, but I meant more experimenting with the facial hair.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. But thanks for reminding me that I have a double chin underneath this beard.
we all do. We're human. That's what happens. But then you hate that.
Yeah. What about goatee? Have you ever tried one of them?
Where is a goatee, Chris? You did it. There's a video going around TikTok. It's quite viral of these weird alien people. It said apparently it's scientifically impossible. No, that's not the right word. It's humanly impossible for someone to describe where a goatee is without them touching their face. And they ask about 20 people, and every one of them says goatee. And you just did that.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, that makes sense. That's like saying where are your eyebrows? You'd go, hey.
No, above my eyes.
No, you wouldn't do that. I don't think you would.
But Yeah, try it. Ask somebody.
Ross says his cheeks are grey.
Yeah. Ask someone with it what a goatee is, and they will touch their face.
And not a sentence I thought I'd say today. Do you think hair growth ability is connected to blood type?
Why? What blood type are you, Chris?
I am O rhesus negative.
Oh.
What are you?
A positive.
It sounds like you've passed the test.
That's an A plus, that is.
Yeah.
Got the best blood.
Yeah. No, brilliant. I went down the rabbit hole with my blood type though, because there was the O rhesus negative thing. Was linked to some sort of conspiracy theory about aliens and all this type of jazz.
Really?
Yeah, it's like maybe I'm an alien.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna turn this off TikTok right now. Sorry guys, there's no one watching it. We've been restricted for some bizarre reason. I'm gonna come back to StreamYard and make things a bit easier for me.
But we are on all the other places. Do we have to go off this or?
No. Stay there.
Oh, right, okay.
Closing TikTok. I have no idea if anyone understands that. Why?
So Annie said no soul patches though. Yeah, you need some soul patches. And then Halo says I'm also A plus. She's an A plus.
Blood brothers.
Blood brothers. Ross says Hooli is a universal donor. Get him. That's true. I can give blood to anyone.
I gave blood the other week. No, last month.
Yeah, but my blood, when you take it, so like yours, they'll tell you, oh, you can only give this to certain other people who have this blood type, whereas O rhesus negative, anyone can take that blood. So if you're dying, I can give you some blood. Obviously, if it's blood
your blood can go into my blood?
Yeah. It can go into my blood type can go into anybody's blood type.
Ew, show off.
Yeah.
I feel like Ross is O plus.
And he says B plus. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere you weren't supposed to share your blood type in public, but we're all doing it.
Why?
I don't know. Nanya is A B plus. I'm B positive.
I like this comment. Blood twins, Anya. Does that mean we can do magic and stuff?
I think it does. But Ross, that could be a gag, or it could be genuine that he's B positive. But that is brilliant.
Hooli can be inside anyone.
That's true.
Yeah. Why possibly wouldn't you be able to share your bloodline on blood type online?
I don't know. I read somewhere that you shouldn't be telling your blood type out or giving your blood type out. What's
going to happen?
I don't know. I didn't look into it enough, but I do remember it being a thing of going. Like there was a thing about it was the O rhesus negative stuff that I was looking at, and there was a thread on there about what blood type are you, and there was an angry comment in there that said, "You're all sharing your blood types. Like you shouldn't be doing this. Like the government are on you or something." Like it was a weird thing, and I remember thinking, should we be sharing our blood types? Like
I've just added the comments to the screen, so now everyone you can all see.
Oh, nice!
Yeah.
I like it. Rasputin's getting in everyone. Oh, brilliant! That is true.
Oh, maybe it's because you are accessible to everybody. They might kidnap you, harvest your blood, and pump it out for everybody else.
Potentially, you could be on like a blood generation machine in terms of like, they drain a pint, wait for it to regenerate, they drain another pint. I mean, that'd be quite a good sort of crime-based novel type thing in terms of like, people being not necessarily organs but blood, especially in a vampire-esque sort of setting. Speaking of vampires,
do you think the vampires like have a taste like A plus, taste a bit funky, but they're like a bit of O?
Yeah, I think there's a hierarchy in blood for sure from a vampire's point of view.
So your blood is tastier than mine.
maybe. I think there should be. I'm pretty sure I wrote that actually. So I've got, like I said, I got about 30,000 words of a vampire novel, and I think there is a bit in there that talks about the hierarchy of blood, and it being sweeter and all that type of stuff, and just tasting better. The rarer it gets. So yeah, maybe.
It says down there, if you're a vampire, would you only be able to ingest a blood type you could have as a transfusion?
Not sure. But speaking of vampires, have you seen Sinners, the film?
I haven't yet.
It's a good film. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it will. Hooley's kidneys are worth more than the rest of ours combined, and it wouldn't be suspicious if you offered him an ice bath.
That's true. I like an ice bath. It's good. It's good for your motivation.
Yep. I've been back in mine this week, 3 days in a row. I got new ice trays that you put in the freezer.
Yeah, you do need them silicon ice trays. Get them in there. It's not very cold out at the minute, is it?
No, it's been quite warm, so it's taking quite a while to cool down my ice bath. And it's nowhere near the freezing kind of temperatures it should be. It's kind of like mid-teens, which is not good.
No, I remember like doing it sort of Christmas time last year, like breaking ice to get into it and being like, this is weirdly like really good. Like, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the challenge of getting in it. And when it started getting warmer, I'm like,
yeah, it's a bit shit. Well, now, Ross says I'd be motivated to go for a run if the alternative. Oh my god, I couldn't speak. Was pissing in an ice bath. Was a pissing ice bath, not pissing in an ice bath. Now, it's kind of like it's very different to spending wintertime 2 to 3 minutes in thinking shit, to now spending 10 minutes in there and by the end getting a little bit shivery. It's very not the same, and you don't feel the same. You don't feel your body has that horrific shivering or cold limbs at the end afterwards. I know it sounds horrendous, and trust me, I was the most opposed to getting in cold water than anyone else before Christmas. Kind of suggested this until I got the ice bath. But how much of a difference am I now, Chris? Gone from absolutely objecting to the ice bath completely to actually longing for that daily, but now wanting it to be colder because it's not cold enough. So just saying.
You do a lot longer than I do as well. Like I only ever do like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you do like 10 minutes. And I'm like, don't know. Is it? I mean, once you get in, it's kind of like you're in, and then it's just mind over matter. But 10 minutes, yeah. I mean, you must feel great. Like I can't explain it. I've tried to explain it to people when they've gone, "Oh, you're getting that?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because when you get out,
tell me your getting in process.
Oh, I just get my shoulders straight away as soon as I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't mess about. Just get your shoulders down quick as you can, and then it's probably some sort of weird breathing method as you're going in and going down. And yeah, if you overthink it, you'll never get in.
Yeah, you definitely need a good breathing method going down.
Good breathing method going down. Get your shoulders in as quickly as you can, and then you're easy. Then you're on easy street.
Yeah, so I do the same. I step in, I think shit is cold on my legs, and the first thing I do is just collapse straight down, straight up to my shoulders, breathe for a couple of seconds like a madman, and then relax.
Yeah, it's the way to do it. Halo said I have heart palpitations every time I try a cold shower. Cold shower, believe it or not, is actually harder.
It is.
It is much harder. Because with a cold plunge, obviously you've got that initial shock, but as soon as you get the shoulders in, like you kind of settle down, and you're like your mind just rests, and it sounds weird, but you don't really feel your body.
Yeah.
Whereas in a cold shower, you do feel your body, and you feel like you're standing in it, and you're forcing yourself to be there, which is very different.
Yeah, I agree. And what I like about it is once I'm in and that initial breath is relaxed, I look at all the trees and the sky, and I just switch off. in a cold shower. Cold shower, it doesn't work. Ross says, I accidentally turned on the cold this morning and screamed, fell out of the shower, hit my head off the bath.
You shouldn't laugh at Ross's pain, but that's brilliant. Yeah, the cold shower is as somebody who likes to get in a cold plunge, the cold shower for me is still something that I'm like, I know we both did it at Harrogate, not together, but we need a little bit of energy. And it was like,
we did
get in the cold shower for a little bit.
We had a few late nights, and the cold shower was the answer to getting them back in for the day. Even though the first day, the hangover for me, even after the cold shower, wasn't going away. If you remember back to that morning sat at the coffee shop.
I do remember.
Oh my God, I felt horrendous. And then we got to Harrogate, the Swan Hotel. And I sat in the tent to do the interview with 3 authors beside me, crowd of people in front. And I was having a hot flush, could feel the sweat running down my back. And my mind was blank. And I was thinking, fuck. But it went well. Somehow.
I remember it very well. Like, I remember we came out of our hotel that we were staying in, and you were like, I think I'm going to be sick. And then you were debating like whether to be sick or whether to make yourself sick to feel better. And then you were like, I think I just need a coffee. And then we got a coffee, and you were like, this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hurting.
It was totally worth it for the night that we had. And because the Thursday night normally is quite quiet, and the fact that we met so many people and went to little events, it was just brilliant.
Oh, it was just crazy. When we got there, we were like, oh, it might be a quiet night tonight. And we just went from bar to bar to bar. And it was like everyone we went in, people knew us, and they were like, oh, you guys, and chatting and stuff like that. And it was great. Like, but yeah, you did suffer.
I did. So the cold showers were kind of helping.
They do help. If you think like whatever you do for that sort of mad little energy boost. So some people may have a coffee, they might have an energy drink if you're, I don't know, 15. But yeah, like the cold shower will do all of that and then some, because it gives you prolonged energy as well.
And he said iced coffee is yummy. That cold drink rocks. I wonder what could happen if I did an iced coffee cold plunge.
Nice coffee cold plunge. Yeah.
In Harrogate, I thought you were raising money for the show in Harrogate.
Oh.
In Harrogate? No, we're just interviewing people and mingling and making competitions like PFC.
Yeah. Pounding Powerade worked after I had a questionable cocktail. I'd love to swim in butter. Oh, do you know what I made today? That was amazing. Speaking of butter. So we had 5 bananas that had gone off, and Paige said to me, they'd not gone off, but you know when they're going like a bit black? She said to me, I think we need to throw them away. And I was like, no, I'll make banana bread. And there's this guy that I follow on TikTok, he's a brilliant cook. And I followed his recipe for banana bread, and honestly, mate, it was amazing. Yeah, get a bit of banana bread into your life.
Well, Ross says he meant the price of beer in Harrogate could be a crime book on its own. Yeah, it wasn't. It was.
We went to a lot of free places, though, didn't we? Like,
well, put it this way: there was lots of free events that we went to with free drinks, and I still put a big.
Do you know what
so yes, not very cheap.
No, it's not cheap at all. It is very expensive, but we did go to a lot of free events. And what annoyed me about that is like a lot of people at those events didn't drink that much. And I was thinking, is this a class thing? Am I like really lower class where I'm like, if anyone gives free alcohol, like normally you'd be in the mix, but these guys are sophisticated and they've just had a drink.
Yeah, we did not. The thing is, there was a gathering of people that did not. That was proved by the fact that my Portaloo games were a massive hit.
Yeah, I actually put that on your Substack recommendation. So I recommended your Substack before, and I put obviously a great horror writer, moving into crime, great crime writer, and I also put PF co-champion.
Co-champion. I thought it was the PFC.
Yeah, no, because we got the same. We got the same
we
in
did,
that game.
We did.
We got the same. It's not been beaten since. So Ross says as well, wait, we're getting shit for free. I'm coming next year. You do, Ross. Please come next year. It'd be brilliant if you could.
Could we like add him on to the third? Like we've got an extra person. He's a rodeo or something.
Oh,
yeah. He needs to carry the equipment and get him a press pass.
No, we could get press passes definitely. And then Anya says, banana bread with chocolate and cayenne packs a nice punch too. Yeah, definitely. I have chocolate in there because in the recipe it chops up some chocolate and puts that in. And yeah, that was great.
Ross says, I'm not going to tell them though. Yeah, just going to secret stalk a vlog and sabotage CNC Chris and Chris.
Yeah, good luck with that, mate, because we would have liked it. Oh, especially, what was it, the Friday night? Was it the Friday?
Saturday night.
Or was it Saturday? Saturday? Yeah, we would have liked them so
Friday and Saturday, maybe.
More so Saturday.
Because
Saturday died off a little bit, and we definitely, we brought the tent to life.
We might have had
the Friday was eventful. It was
extra reputation this year, I think.
Yeah, I think we definitely did. But it was fun.
It was very good. And if you can, hang on, no joke there, Ross. If you can make it next year, please do. Even if it's for one day to pop up and see us, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, that's great. And this is a proof from CK McDowell. It comes out on the 9th of October. Ring the bells. He was the person I was talking about before, the Stranger Times series, and he was lovely. And when they say don't meet like your writing heroes and sort of things like that, I met him and he was just as funny in real life. And I remember being with somebody when I saw him, and there was a couple of writers that we were with, and one of them's coming on the show. She booked herself in for November. Do you know who that is, Agate?
Nope.
Right. Well, she booked herself in November, and I said I was with her, and she was giving out books and leaving her sort of proofs everywhere. And I said, "Oh my God, this guy's like a legend. Like he's really funny. You have to come with me and meet him." So anyway, walked up to CK McDowell. I hit it off with him like a house on fire. And at some point, she and the other writer she was with just disappeared. And then when I saw him later on, I was like, "Where did you go? Like, we've seen CK McDowell." And she went, "Yeah, it wasn't funny." I was like, "Oh my God, we can't be friends now." Like, I just walked away in that moment because I was like, he was funny and he was a lovely guy and his wife was brilliant as well. And he gave me that proof the next day. And yeah, great guy.
Absolutely. I am going to have to go soon because I haven't had my dinner yet. And my boy is trying to steal all the proofs that we've been sent downstairs. And he just sent, can he have this one, which was The Box Full of Murders by Janice Hallett, which is the most incredible cover I've seen. That special edition one. And I said no, because that's signed to Ira, my daughter, from Janice Hallett herself. So not sure about you can take that one for a borrow.
Is he giving these proofs? Oh, funniest thing the other day, mate. So my 7-year-old, we're in the park, and these two girls come into the park. They're about his age, a bit older maybe. And he walks up to him and he goes, so like he essentially says, "Do you come here often?" And they say like whatever they say. And then he says, "Oh, that's cool. What are you into? Or what do you like doing?" And they just kind of ignore him a little bit. And then I wound him up all day of going, "Oh, do you come here often?" Like every time he came into a room, or I was like, "Oh, how old?" Oh, that was it. He asked them how old they were. So he said, "How old are you?" And they told him, and he said, "What do you like to do?" Or what do you like doing? And then I just kept asking him that all day. I was like, Do you come here often? How old are you?
You got to teach him game.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair to him, he's 7 and he was pretty confident.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that bit.
But I took the opportunity as a dad to wind him up a little bit. And at first he was like, "What are you doing?" And then he realized that I was sort of winding him up and he was laughing at it. And then it became a source of being able to wind him up by saying, you know, "Oh, what do you like to do?" And he was like, "Sure." But yeah, I mean, have you got a good line? Have you got a good pickup line?
No, just be yourself. Be normal conversation. Have a normal conversation, and people will get to know you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
what about you?
I've not been a fan of pickup lines, to be honest. I don't think they've ever worked for me. There's some great ones though. Have you seen that guy on TikTok who he is an impressionist and he does the Geordie Shore one? Have you seen that?
No. I think if you're an impressionist, that's a great way to get conversation started.
Yeah, well, he's an impressionist and he pretends to be people from Geordie Shore. And one of the lines from Geordie Shore is, "Do you fancy a pizza and a SHAG?"
Mm-hmm.
And then when the person says, "Oh, like looks," he goes, "What? Do you not like pizza?"
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
So Halo says, "My son's is no adult boy. He's good enough for you."
Good boy. Protective. I like it.
No adult boy.
No adult boy.
Yeah.
That's the t-shirt we're going to make for Halo. No adult boy is good enough for me.
Yeah. And Halo says, "Have a normal conversation about blood harvested." Yeah, there are some t-shirts that we need to make for Harrogate next year.
There are lots, yeah.
Yeah, there was a conversation that we had with somebody. It was late at night and we were on a bench and it was me and you on a beanbag and I was sat next to this person and she said something that I want to get on a t-shirt next year.
Yeah, it's a little bit X-rated.
It is X-rated, but it made me laugh so much. And she's like an editor in this place and she's really well thought of and high up and like everyone loves her. But what she said and what came out of her mouth just made me laugh so much. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that.
Yeah,
those women, but men, adult boys, which might be the best description of men ever.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, what boy man, adult boy still doesn't like potato waffles or smiley faces?
Or both. Oh, I see you're dying too. Well, we all are, aren't we? Inevitable death coming to us all. Huh? So that was a bit morbid, Uncle Ross Boss. Yeah, Halo added that in, but I used to like Ross Boss, but I like Uncle Ross Boss more.
Uncle Ross Boss
does have a ring to it.
Another t-shirt to be made for next year. So if Uncle Ross Boss does turn up in Harrogate, he's to don the WCCS Uncle Ross Boss t-shirt.
I am definitely getting a t-shirt that has wanted Uncle Ross Boss, and then I'm going to have on the back blood type B positive, hashtag fun at parties.
We could have like his face like in one of those old school mugshots, you know, like a prison police mugshot.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to do it. I'm going to invest in it in one of those, and wear it. So even if you don't come to Harrogate, you'll be there with us.
All the people will be like, "Oh, is this a new novel?" Like, yeah, Uncle Ross Boss, terrible guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, watch out for him. If you see him around, run.
Yeah. What was the guy's name that you met? What was his first name?
Oh, I haven't got a clue.
You know on first name terms?
He probably told me his first name, but me and names are like just terrible. I remember his face all day long. I won't remember someone's name for about 4 times we meet.
So Ross says, "Don't do that, Rasputin." And that reminds me of a Will Dean conversation that we had, because I told Will Dean our idea of dressing up as Will Dean, getting as many people as we could to dress up as him, because he's very distinctive. No, I shouldn't. I feel like a bit of a bit of a yeah.
No,
Anyway.
because you should have just done it, not tell him.
Yeah, we should have just done it. But the idea was get as many people to dress up as Will Dean because he's famous for coming in a green jacket to Harrogate, I may add. So he comes to Harrogate in a green jacket every year, and we all like, where's Will Dean? And we look for the green jacket. So we said if as many people as possible could come wearing the exact same clothes as him, it would completely mind flip him. So when I spoke to him, I told him about that, and he said exactly what Ross has said there. Don't do that. Please don't do that. So yeah, very much.
Yes. Ross says he's my nephew and my niece's fiance.
Yeah, and Halo Scott says Will Dean's hair is legendary.
Mm-hmm.
So he ties and put it on a statue.
And also, how long does hair last, Ross? Question mark. Yeah. Ross says we should play 6 Degrees of CNC.
Yeah, we could do that, but we definitely need those t-shirts 100%.
We will have fun t-shirts next year, 100%. Yes, and even the CIC champion and stuff like that. Does everyone know what PFC is?
So PFC. Let's try and give a clue to people. So PFC was a game that Chris created at Harrogate, and he came to me when we were on said bench, and I was chatting to the editor of this company, and he said, "Oh, I've just created a game," and we were like, "Go on then, what is it?" And he told us, and his game involved a portaloo, which had a flap on it that every time you would urinate a certain amount, it would flip and it would go down and come back up. So he created a game, which is also a term for female anatomy, a Cockney rhyming slang term, I suppose, would be a good description of it. And he called it PFC. And yeah, he told me
quite a posh festival, bear in mind.
A very posh festival, an upper class festival. And yeah, he told me about it first. I was like, yeah, I'll try that, give it a go. And then he told other people about it the night after, and it became a folk legend at Harrogate. So much to the point where people are actually messaging about their PFC scores. You know, there was a outside this portaloo, there was grown adult boys lining up on either side of the portaloo, and they were creating a chain for their friend to walk through as they were going to take on PFC
whilst cheering.
And then when they came out, they told their PFC score. So grown adult boys were being grown adult boys, but it became a big thing, and it wasn't just grown adult boys.
It's actually an idea that we need to go into a business and create these things, because they'd be amazing, like Christmas stocking fillers, Secret Santa present,
or little targets. You know what I mean, like helping young boys hit the target and not be all over the floor.
Yeah. So if you can figure out what PFC stands for, please let us know. But yes, it was a lot of fun.
So Ross says, "Don't, because I'll become a traditional."
Halo, that sounds wrong.
It does sound wrong. One way of the man up ship, and it'll end badly, but I will win. Pillow fighting championship? Not quite.
No.
Good guess.
Championship is correct. I'll give you that bit. The other two bits are not quite as glamorous.
Definitely not glamorous. One of I'll give you the F.
No, it's not. See you next Tuesday. Championship is the C.
Yeah, championship.
Don't give him the F. Don't give him the F.
Well, the F is linked to the portaloo in terms of there's something that it does when the urine hit hits a volume, a certain level of volume.
Urine.
Yeah, the urine.
Yeah. So what is that action called? And what could it also be called on a female anatomy in a crude way? Not flush.
It's not a flush.
Piss. Piss is the first. So you've got piss championship at the moment. So what's the F? Limp wrist.
Not quite limp wrist. Begins with F.
Claptrap.
You're getting there. You're getting close with that.
Yeah, it sounds like trap.
Ooh.
Not flip.
Not flip.
What we call a bum bag? What is?
Oh no, Fanny.
Yes, we have a winner.
Right.
Well, kind of.
Yeah, Ross won. Ross won. Yeah. So that's what Chris named it.
That's what I was telling everybody in Harrogate. Bear in mind the audience that were there about the piss flap championships.
He would walk up to people and go, "You heard of piss flaps?" They're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, have you heard of it?"
But it went down so well.
Yeah, but after you got past that initial what, like people were invested. People were like, "Yeah."
Honestly, there was a stage when there was 20 odd people stood at the walkway down, and I'd explained it because certain fellow fun authors that were there said, "Oh, Chris, come and tell him." I won't name them, but then people would walk past and they'd say, "Come here, Chris, tell him." I'm like, "Oh no, not again. Go on, tell him." And then there was like all these posh people telling them, "Oh, so this game called, piss flaps." And then it was getting bigger and bigger. So like a group of people cheering people down to the toilets and back up, and yeah, so they encouraged it as much as I did, or more so, I would say.
Yeah, I remember I was a big instigator for the first few times that people were coming out, and like there was a big group of people that already knew about it that you'd informed. And I remember going, we need to like try and get people as they're coming out. So I remember when they were coming out of these toilets, going, come here, and they did. And I for some reason, I was a legend of getting people to come over at Harrogate. I was just literally like, if you beckon, they will just follow, like little lapdog type things. So we did that, and then trying to explain that game to somebody who'd just come over and going, "Do you know when you went for a wee then?" And they were like, "Yeah." It's like, how many times did the flap like drop and then come back up?
Halo says, does this only work? Go on, sorry.
And then some people were going like 4, and like one guy said 12, and we were all like, "No way. It didn't do 12. Come on, mate, off you go." But then when people were like 4 or 5, we were like, "Yeah!" And like everyone was cheering, and they were like, "What's going on?" And I remember one guy in particular, like we all cheered when he said his number, and like he just started cheering as well, and was like, "Yeah."
So Halo has put a euphemism, indeed, Ross, in there. It says, "Does this only work with knives?" Assuming she means the male genitalia. That's a new word I made up. So not technically, no. But what you need to do is have specific categories. So males are males because it's fair. So these portaloos, again, it's very dependent on spring strength, and there's a lot of factors going into this. So each time it goes down with a certain weight and flaps back up, it makes a dunk noise. So as a woman, you could definitely hear how many flaps you do indeed have. What happens to American more than other countries?
Oh, circumcision.
Oh, really? Ross, courgettes. No, I have not, and I don't know why you would.
No, I'm not either, but it's one of those things.
I
mean, some people say religious reasons, don't they? And some people say, you can be in a situation if you've got too much excess that can become a problem.
Well, like a baggy problem?
Yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't have put this show on YouTube.
I mean, we're just talking about what the comments are saying. Like they brought it up. No, it would have no bearing whatsoever on PFC.
That's all. It's all about volume.
It is, but what's really annoying about PFC is not all top portaloos are consistent. So there's one time where I literally, and again, this is a problem with PFC, and I can see challenges in the future for this. People were holding their bladders for as long as they possibly could, and
I heard one author say, they said, "Are you ready yet?" He said, "No, I need a pee, but I'm going to get one more pint in quick."
Yeah, I did the same, and I held my bladder for the whole afternoon, and I was ready to break a PFC record, and I went in, and when you start, you have no idea what the flapping capacity is going to be, and it was broke. And I was like, that would have been a PFC record, and
I did exactly the same.
I can't stop now.
I definitely had a PFC record breaking P, and there was a slight gap in the bottom, flow straight through, no score at all. Devastated.
It's the worst part of PFC.
But that was something that sparked emails to us, tweets, mentions about PFC on the way home on Sunday, on the Sunday, and conversations since about that. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing. And if we go next year and they don't have the same toilets, then oh dear. That's going to be terrible.
Oh dear, oh dear. And again, I'm going to give us a little sneak peek, see if Ross can work this out. You might guess who it is. But that's
we don't mind you staying on this because not that many people will see this. If you figure out who that is.
All right.
Dun dun dun. I wonder if people in America use that.
Yeah, it's Tony Robinson, also known as Baldric in Blackadder. The poem that I was mentioning before, the famous poem, is that "Boom, Boom, Boom." And he talks about the German gun.
Yes.
And he's he's got Rowan Atkinson in that and Hugh Laurie in that.
Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry, obviously, is what. Do you know what? I had a weird dream about Stephen Fry, which I'm not going to go into on this, but it did freak me out. So put it this way, I'll go into it a little bit, but I was a detective in this dream, and I was a detective for somebody who, there was a series of crimes, and Stephen Fry was a suspect. I don't know if it's because I'd listened to his voice and audio or whatever, but it was clear, and I was interviewing him, and one of the questions was why he had such a young husband. And yeah, freaked me out when I woke up. I was like, that was a weird dream.
It is. Halo said
what?
BYOF.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, his history shows and his archaeological digging.
Yeah. He did horrible histories. He did there's a lot of acronyms coming in here. Yeah, horrible histories, and he did the Time Team Dig show, which was amazing. Bring your own flap. Well, this is a thing. This is the conversation that we had on the way back on the journey in the car, that we need to design our own flap that can fit into toilets.
Yeah, I feel like there's an American thing going on here where Americans, what's their equivalent of PFC? But yeah, having Baldric on the show, obviously, we've interviewed his daughter a couple of times.
Yes, Laura
Shepherd Robinson. But yeah, we've not had him on, and this is his debut novel.
Well, it is. However, he's written over 30 children's books already.
Has he?
Yes, and non-fiction books, obviously about history. This is his first one, and it's about the Saxons during the Viking times, which I'm very excited to get into. Naked keg stands.
Naked keg stands. Did Stephen Fry tug on your beard, Chris? Did he wear Velcro pants? He wore no pants.
Oh, really?
That's why he's being investigated. Yeah, that was a weird one.
Do you know how old Tony Robinson is now?
78.
Ooh, good effort. He's 79 right now.
Ooh, close.
He is a legend in the world.
He is. I was thinking about this the other day, and obviously he's the second Sir that we've got on the show. And I think he's the closest we're going to get to that lot in terms of Hugh Laurie, Rowan Atkinson, Stephen Fry. He'll never come on the show now after that weird dream about him. But I feel like he's the closest we're going to get to that group of comedy geniuses from Britain. And yeah.
Oh yeah, Anya says girls could wear a shiwi to make that happen on the same sort of level. That's quite a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, that could be part of the thing we sell.
We can't give those out at Arrogant, mate. That will definitely get us banned. Does anyone want shiwi to take part in PFC?
Oh, he was in the Hay Festival in 2023.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like,
oh, he did Comic Relief 2023 as Baldrick.
Nice.
And he was in Mr. Bean as Sir Tony Robinson.
He was in Mr. Bean as himself.
And Plebs, yes.
He's in Plebs?
Yeah.
Don't remember him being in Plebs. WCCS branded shiwis market.
Right. Awesome. As much as this is brilliant and I want to spend the next 2 hours here and drinking more beer, I've got to go for a wee and I've got to go eat my dinner. It's 25 to 11 in the UK. You're welcome to stay and do more things, obviously.
I'm going to disappear as well. I will say before I leave, I've been reading this guy this week, Carl Hyson. He wrote Bad Monkey, which is on.
Oh, yes.
I've not watched the TV show, but I'm reading the book and I've almost finished it. He's brilliant.
It's a film, isn't it?
Don't know if it's a film or a TV series with Vince Vaughn.
Oh, yes, I have seen that. Yes.
But I'm reading the book before I watch the series, and the book is brilliant.
There was a horror film with a monkey that I watched before that I thought that was the same thing. Stephen King.
Stephen King with a monkey.
Mm-hmm. Someone might know. It's a horror film that came out last year with a monkey, Stephen King.
He's got one called The Long Walk that's coming out.
Yes, I want to see that.
Oh, that's good.
This Stephen... Oh, it's called The Monkey.
The Monkey, of course it is. Yeah, and you said it's a TV series. His books are hilarious. His books are brilliant. Yeah, it's a freaky monkey.
Yeah.
As bad as that Robert the Doll, though. That was creepy.
Cool. Right. Thank you so much. I've got to go and finish the evening in real life. But yeah.
What are you having for your dinner, Agate?
We got a curry.
Curry. Nice.
A curry. And that was my Scouse accent. That was terrible.
That was
curry.
terrible.
Yeah. Me and accents don't go well. Yeah, we've got a show on Tuesday next week, Chris.
Do we?
Yeah, you booked it.
I know, but I'm booking so many, mate. I can't keep. I'm like, what? So Tuesday, we have Renee Zirkin on the show.
Yeah, it's a weird name, right? Renee
Zirkin.
Renee Zirkin.
Yeah. And then the week after, oh no, the Thursday. Whoa, we've got 3 shows next week.
What?
Yeah. We've got one on Tuesday, one on Thursday, and one on Friday.
No, we'll have 2 on Friday.
Yeah, we've got 2 on Friday.
We got 4 shows.
We've got 4 shows next week. So we've got Renee Zirkin on the Tuesday. We've got Kat Kingsley, which she is the author of the Serpent's Bride, the dark romance vampire novel. And then we got Philippa Cotton. So is that Adele Parks on Friday?
No, that's her, I think.
Oh, Philippa Cotton herself.
Oh, no. It's Adele Parks.
Yeah, we've got Adele Parks on Friday. And
What
we've got Tony Robinson from 4 till 5 on Friday. We don't know if that can go live though. That might have to be a recorded one. But yeah, do you know who we've got on Friday the 12th of September? I'm really excited. CJ Lead.
Mm-hmm.
She has written a novel called American Rapture, which is just brilliant. If you've not read American Rapture, go and read it. It's kind of like American Gods, but better. And not written by Neil Gaiman. Sort of. I'm not going to add anything to that because he might sue me, but it's not written by Neil Gaiman. So it's a woman, a young girl who, a sort of COVID. No, it's not COVID. It's a zombie outbreak basically, and the outbreak turns the zombies into like sex-crazed zombies.
Wow.
And she's trying to survive that apocalypse in America. But it's called American Rapture. She's written Mayfly as well, which people may be familiar with. She's a really good writer anyway. But I'm excited to have her on the show.
Well, Rennie Zukin. Yeah, we have. Is an author, educator, and mental health advocate with over 20 years of experience in education, writing, and entrepreneurship combined. She's passionate about cultivating a safe space for others to use the written word as a tool for self-transformation and empowerment. That's who we got on Tuesday. But Jesus, I'm glad it's bank holiday on Monday because we're going to spend the whole day preparing 4 shows next week.
Yeah, 4 shows is mental. I didn't realize we had that many. But to be fair to me, in the booking system, I'm not booking any guests where I'm thinking, every guest I'm booking, I'm thinking, yeah, they're going to be great. So they'll be good shows.
Yeah.
We need to do this for
lots of work to do. Cool. Well, hopefully you can tune into those shows and, enjoy them as you have tonight. And we can't thank you enough for your support. You're brilliant people. You're amazing writers. You're great humans in the world. You're great grown-up adults, grown-up men, boys. Well done, Ross, Uncle Ross, for being a grown-up man boy. But yeah, thank you so much. It means the world to us that you tune in and enjoy yourselves. And yeah, have a great weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday twice. Yeah.
Go and enjoy your cuddy, mate.
I'm going to enjoy my cuddy after I have a wee-wee without a flap. Yeah.
No flaps involved.
No flaps. Cool.
Right. Love you all. Let's do the video and then I'll end the stream. So Halo says, thanks for being epic. And yeah, thank you as well. The ultimate professional, the goat of professionalism, Halo Scott, everyone. She's an amazing writer. Come and check her out. And yeah, that's us.